we can get into our next match here. Shayna Baszler defeating Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, like I said,
in an MMA fight. This match was strange. It was weird. I understand it was hard hitting. I get that point of it. And somebody legitimately got hurt, right? Like Shayna got a black eye, right? So I mean, I just felt like this match was terrible and lackluster. And I understand what they were going for, but this should have been a Lions Den match. They should have had the Lions Dens thing from SummerSlam 1998. They should have had that. They should have had a referee in there like that, like maybe even a special referee to come in there to add a little pizzazz to this. And they didn't do that. It was in a wrestling ring, and everybody's like, "What the is this?" And it dragged, and it was like, this is not how you put over Shayna Baszler going forward, right? Like, of course, we wanted her to get the win. Of course, things were going to be different, but I don't think this helped anybody involved. This didn't help Ronda get a good look. This didn't help Shayna at all. I had a lot of issues with this, especially as Shayna got the win. She apparently choked Ronda Rousey out. And in 2 seconds, Ronda Rousey's up.
Exactly.
Oh, wait.
Which I didn't even know that she got choked out. I'm like, what? All right.
Like nothing. So what do you guys think about this?
Let me say one thing.
Oh, my friend, Luz, go ahead. My friend, Luz, go ahead. You got it.
You know what would have made this match better? Instead of that referee, they should have brought out Herb Dean. That would have made it all official.
They should have brought who?
Herb Dean. He's like the black ref in UFC that like usually he has like the dreads and stuff.
He does have the dreads. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll be quick.
Something they should do that.
So actually, I one of the guys that I told you guys that I watch, he went to SummerSlam, and he said, obviously, being there live, kind of like we were at AEW, there's no commentary. And from us watching from the TV, you heard the ref explaining the rules. Oh, let's have a clean fight, kind of like MMA rules. And it's like, I guess the crowd there is like, we can't hear what the hell commentary is saying. We can't hear what the hell the ref is saying. If anything, you would think you would give the mic, the ref a mic so everybody could hear the rules of the match. So they're just watching this match and they're like, wait, we heard this was a MMA fight. Are they going for rope breaks and this stuff? Why is he pushing Ronda back when it's like, hey, you keep going till they can't, like that's what an MMA match is. And if she's on the ground, like, oh, like it's just, I don't know. I don't know how they were really trying to execute this, but it's like, if you wanted to make this, I don't know why you have things in the past, like the fight pit and whatever. Just
fight pit.
Yo, I liked all the fight pit matches and I thought they were pretty cool. And I don't know if there were any female fight pit matches, but anytime to fucking use it, this would have been it, and you would have had that MMA element to it while it's still being in a wrestling ring. But this obviously was not the right call. And I legit thought Ronda was like injured early on. I'm like, great, you're giving her the push and she's injured. Like, I don't know. It's just, the only plus thing was that Ronda did sell that head kick pretty good. But other than that, you could have said that was the knockout. I don't even know. This match was all over the place. So,
okay. Let me just say this. I really hope that Dana White didn't get wind that this match was occurring, because if he saw that, I don't even know. I don't know if he would be laughing, pissed, or some combination of both.
But, so much shit.
Yeah. Yes. Now, I'm gonna say this, and this might not be this is definitely not going to be the popular opinion based upon how other people feel about this match. I felt like it was okay, but it was just in the wrong fucking environment. You just can't mix MMA and professional wrestling. As much as people want to say, oh, they're kind of one and the same in their similarities. But as far as the fan bases go, they are in two separate different worlds. MMA fans hate professional wrestling fans. Wrestling fans hate MMA fans. They're in two different worlds. That's how it's always been. And anytime they try to incorporate MMA and they don't explain it clearly, this is the result that you get. The special thing, like Lewis and Daniel mentioned it, the special thing about the Lions Den match and the fight pit was that they were spectacles in of themselves. I mean, you see the fight pit, you see there's no ropes, and you see the hype video packages they do for it about like there's no ropes, it's just straight up fighting, none of this stuff. So you already have a good idea of what the fight pit brings, and the fans are already into it. With this, you had MMA rules. They barely explained them. The commentary barely explained it on SmackDown. And the referee
didn't explain it.
The referee's in the middle of the ring, like Lewis said. Common sense would say, give him the microphone so we can say the rules so the fans can understand. By not doing that, the fans are literally watching a MMA rules fight and a standard wrestling match with the ropes up. So now that in their mind they're thinking, okay, we're supposed to get in a standard wrestling match. We don't get the rules, so we don't care.
And it should have been.
There was so many videos on social media of the fans' response to this. Yeah, fans booing, fans getting up and going to get something to eat,
and whatever. Yeah.
Match. And like I said, to me, it was just okay, but just in the wrong environment. It wasn't explained clearly. I mean, Shayna and Ronda definitely tried to get the people involved. I think that's the reason why Shayna has the black eye and they're both so injured from it, because they were trying so hard to make the shit look legitimate to get the fans into it. But definitely not a good way to start Shayna Baszler's redominance. I mean, if you actually look, like I said in the chat, this whole story, this whole saga, them being tag team champions, them breaking up, this whole thing was rushed because Ronda Rousey had to be out by SummerSlam. Like they rushed this whole thing. Like if they actually had the time to actually build this story properly, they could have had Shayna and Ronda main event like a payback or something in the fight pit. If they actually had to build it correctly, but they rushed the hell out of it. I didn't even know that Ronda was gone from WWE until Shayna had said it on Raw. Because I actually thought that was just a rumor that she was taking time off. I didn't know that she was like gone. Like I guess apparently that SummerSlam match, that was it for a little bit, or we don't know. But definitely. Yeah, like Lewis said, I don't know about this match. Just this whole story could have gone a whole lot different in a positive manner, and it had to be rushed. So
yeah, there's rumors saying that she wanted a hard out. But apparently she's still listed like as an internal, wrestler on the roster. So we don't know if that was actually her last match. I'm sure if it is, she'll probably, I doubt it. I don't know if she would ever post something like, oh, my time is done or whatever. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes.
Royal Rumble. That is how they're going to bring her back. That is basically. They're probably going to build Shayna up. They're probably going to build Shayna up, get her in the Rumble, make her look dominant, and then Ronda Rousey is going to cost her the match or something, and then they're going to fight each other at WrestleMania, hopefully in the fight pit in Philadelphia.
See, that makes sense. See, like Philly, that would be the perfect story. Have Ronda come back at the Rumble. Now that's a story. That's a story.
Where ECW used to do their tapings, they can have people come there and watch the fight pit and make a spectacle out of it.
Or do Shane McMahon's
Raw Underground.
Oh my god!
Don't even finish that thought. You just said Shane McMahon. I do not want to see that. When Snoop Dogg has to save a segment because of you, well, I don't want to see you again.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Oh god!
It's gonna be at WrestleMania Underground. WrestleMania Underground in front of thousands of people.
That Raw Underground was nuts. Them COVID times were crazy.
I can't even catch myself. Oh man. Raw Underground, terrible. But no, I just don't think this helps Shayna going forward. I thought this was a weak start to her baby first turn or whatever this is, and it's just like, again, the biggest problem I had was Ronda Rousey not selling it, and it's like everything they've said about you not selling well, not doing that well, it just holds up right here, and this is for your friend, your best friend, and shit like that, and it's like you didn't even help her. Like you should have been laid out. I would have been carried out on a stretcher. Like make it over the top. Do something to help your friend. And I just feel like it didn't do that at all for Shayna going forward.
If she was really out, that, like you said, oh, she passed out or like unconscious and then was like, I'm out of here. Like, it was like, I'm done.
Yeah. Like that's like do an Austin Aries and Impact. Just roll out the ring. Roll out.
I'm done.
That was some bitch shit.
Roll out. But we can
no, seriously, man. Like, how can you like? This is the main event of Impact's. This is Impact's show that was Bound for Glory, right? That he did that shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like, that's their main. That's their top show. And you gonna do some shit like that?
He was like, "Fuck this." I don't even know where Austin Aries is. You figured he would have been in AEW, right? You figured he would have been there, right?
Because he was in NXT for a bit, right?
With that shit.
Yeah, he was in NXT for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was in NXT for a bit.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Oh man. So we can move on to our next match, the